Well, hey guys, I'm on the east side of Dayton, downtown Dayton, Ohio. I've been here a few times, but I'm here to talk about an article I read in the Telegram yesterday. They were once again just ecstatic to announce a demolition program the state of West Virginia was offering. There's $8 million, maybe closer to $9 million, was handed out to 21 communities to demolish old buildings. Proportionally, that would be like Clarksburg demolishing one house in the Telegram, doing an article about it. Anyway, 35 communities were considered, 21 were selected. Clarksburg was not one of them. I looked up the reasons. There could be several. Probably the biggest one is that Clarksburg refuses to use eminent domain to take buildings. That's required under federal law, and I think under probably most state guidelines as well. This building right back here, Big Jim was talking about West Virginia is a diamond in the rough. We just need to get rid of the buildings that are holding us back. And talking about unsafe, possibly polluted buildings. I don't really know what this building was, but you can see sections of the wall have just fallen out. Just completely fallen out of this building. I assume it's probably connected to the auto industry. And I'll tell you why in a second. Surely nobody would build next to this thing. Except literally yards away, they're moving earth to build a $24 million apartment building. This building will have 1 floor of parking underground and 4 floors of housing. The parking is necessary because Dayton does not have parking minimums. If you want to think long-term development with the pace of development downtown, you have to provide the parking yourself. And the developer of this building said, we're not going to just do a 5/1 stick-built building. This is going to be cement. We're going to build this building to last. The buildings in this neighborhood have been here, a lot of them 100 to 150 years. We want our building to be here this long. It's right next to a railroad, and in fact there's a split right there that splits a railroad that comes up from Cincinnati. One branch goes to Detroit, one branch goes to Cleveland. It's a pretty industrial area. Right back behind me, that white building was built in 1875 as a farm implement factory, then became a General Motors plant. I think Dayton Auto. It went through different names before it became General Motors. These warehouses have been either built or painted up and rehabbed just in the last few months since I've been here. Over yonder behind me, that white building was built in 1868, 1867 maybe. It was a wheel factory originally for wagons, and then it became a auto wheel factory, probably to feed the plant right over there. That's why I assume this building back here is probably associated in some way with the auto industry. Quite possibly it's polluted. I'm not an engineer or architect. I don't know if this could ever be rehabbed into anything. I don't know whether it'd be environmentally safe to do that. It probably needs to come down at some point. But its existence has not held the city of Dayton back at all. Just in the 3 years that I've lived here, there's been $42.5 million sunk into properties immediately adjacent to this building, yards away from this building. I've never been attacked by an empty building. I doubt you have. I know that things fall. You can put a fence around it. We really need to think about how we're investing our money. We want to build a tax base in other places so that when the time comes to demolish these buildings, we can afford to do it without incurring debt, without having to go to our handout to the federal government. And ideally, the private market would do it, which is historically what's been done. Have a good day. I'll holler at you later.